Angela Lavallee. My spirit name is For Grandmother's Woman. I'm from Cormorant, Manitoba, and I currently reside in Winnipeg, Manitoba. I'm honoring my late granddaughter, Zaylin. I'm honoring my daughters. I'm honoring my grandchild, and I honor myself. Zaylin was my second granddaughter. She was born in 2014, and she was a beautiful baby who had the eyes of an angel. You could get lost in her eyes. She was taken from us on April 24th, 2015. Suddenly, and no thorough investigation was ever done. Her death was deemed undetermined, and we had to find justice through healing without the Western justice system. So Zaylin lives with us through spirit only right now. Nobody ever looked back to ask what had happened to her, other than probably me and my family. When I feel Zaylin's story, everybody failed Zaylin. Everybody that should have and could have protected her failed Zaylin, and Jay failed my grandchildren and my daughter. But we sometimes forget the stories that follow Zaylin, the people who are grieving her, the mothers who grieve their children. They are led into this dark path of coping with the grief and the trauma that leads them so easily to be picked up by criminal justice systems, because then not only have they been harmed, but now they begin doing things that they shouldn't be doing, or they get involved with things. They start coping because the atrocities that led them there, they didn't just wake up one day and say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put a needle to my arm. So the stories with correction and the women who are in correction need to be reminded and empowered why they're there, especially Indigenous women. It's so easy for people to forget that section 2, the 231 calls for justice, right? Because when we think about MMIWG and Two-Spirit, we think about stories of Zaylin, somebody who's gone. You know, this harm has been done.
I wish that you would come home to show us your smile.
There needs to be more done with that, because families are impacted. Families are impacted here in different provinces in Manitoba, in corrections. When it comes to that punitive way of healing, we need to ensure that the whole family is wrapped around in services. We need to make sure that the family's prepared to, do their healing work together so they can embrace her as she comes back. How do we stop doing wrong so people don't have to keep trying to pick themselves up after they've been pushed down?